Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LCK Spring 2025.
Very bad for the DNF Freecs.
Yeah, and they don't waste any time. You see a lot of junglers that are like, "Oh, we gotta fight for it. It's the grubs. It's a big thing. I'm gonna go in and at least get one, and I'm gonna call my whole team up, and we're gonna fight over this." But instead, they're like, "Nah, we can't. Just take the Drake. It's free. It's sitting there." And in this case, it's an Infernal Drake. Not a bad pickup, especially as the game comes along. I don't think you should fight me. Still a lot of CC in lockdown here for the side of DNF. So Gideon has to play it a bit carefully, but he's got his team with him. As the smite is going to go the way of Pyosik. Pyosik taking a bunch of damage, but he's just being follow flashed here as the rest of the team is going on in as the shuffle from Fisher, not the greatest, but the follow-up here from the Kaisaju finally takes out the DNF jungler as now the front line here, Lahen's going a bit too far, trying to bait this fight even further. But it doesn't look like it's going to go much further at all as he...
Hoping for a... I mean, it's a Dragon Apiece. It doesn't really matter to them, it's good soloing up. We'll see what it is. Can't be Chemtech.
I'm going to say Mountain again.
Panic. I know it's like loud and noisy when Rumble overheats, but the action stopped, don't worry.
Yeah. He's Super Galaxy, isn't he?
Why do you even have to ask?
Doesn't every player play this one?
Yeah.
There are other Rumble skins.
Honestly,
like
this is possibly Riot's biggest mistake, is making a skin so good that it's just used forever.
Nobody buys the other ones?
Yeah.
As in they go, that's the equalizer right on top. Gideon goes untargetable, but the dive is going on elsewhere in the bottom lane, and this dive is very messy. Lahen's barely gets out of range, and Gideon has to flash here. It's dives on both sides of the map. First, Turret Blood is going to go the way of DNF, though.
Yeah, DNF, easy play, easy dub for DNF Freecs. The tower is gone, just let it go.
Yeah, as we say that, I mean, they're not going for it right off the bat. You can see that they're not going for the Drake yet. It's like, no, I don't have to.
This bot tier 2, they got time.
It was such an overcommittal to the top side of the map from Noshim that DNF are like, you know what? Let's take even more than we thought we were going to get, because they're going to get the charge into the mid-inner. They're going to get the Gromp as well.
It
These
feels
are little things, but they're wins.
Both teams, it felt a little bit sluggish. Like, it felt like Nongshim overcommitted top. Like, you got the tower, why are you still there? And then the opposite side, DNF Freecs, like, I don't mind them getting the vision, but they spent a lot of time.
That is not a feel-good moment. Due to up 500 gold, doesn't matter with the items that were completed. Especially before that Muramasa. As in they go, that's extremely deep. And Pyosik is going to just die. I'm not sure how else to call that one, guys. He went in, he flashed, no, he didn't flash even, he just shuffled away. And that might just be an Otacon free for Noshim. Down on gold.
I think that might be it. I think that might be the worst play I've seen in this season so far. That was really something from Pyosik.
I don't know, man. I'm not sure.
Can we give a top 3 at least?
Yeah, we might have to have the Mad movie. Okay, looking for a little
nice dodge.
and very nice dodge. Didn't even have the scrap shield at that time to use it afterwards, so...
Yeah, he hasn't skilled his E. This game.
I mean, it has a cooldown.
This game's been so passive.
You might have just used it, and Pyosic's like, okay, he used it, and the guy...
I mean, okay.
Like, okay, yeah.
I think he was trying to... He thought the ult could connect before he could get like his E off to that distance, and Bulldog would still be in range. He was like, what the hell are you talking about? And why are you speaking in English? We're Korean players.
That's where the drop in communication happened. It all makes sense now.
And Pyosik has spent time in North America, so
yeah,
he does have a good grasp on English.
That's why. That must have been it. Well, he's going to Weaver Zing up into the mid lane. Oh, there you go. There's the flick back on a Fisher. And he's just going to withdraw.
And Fish...
And in they go. They want more. They want to get something for this. The equalizer's pretty huge as in comes King in, looking for some value. Not the highest value Otacon I've ever seen, but at least he got the 1 kill.
I understand now. Ish.
He's behind on gold.
I mean...
But yeah, he is.
He's got 2 items. Okay, as I say that, he's not really that fair.
Jace
he's got 3 items. I don't trust the Jace.
Oh, Lahen's! What is happening? Just flashing on in. Might get punished for it too. As in they go to that backline. The follow-up is there. Gideon in a bit of trouble, but the damage is not quite there. They go way too deep. and Bulldog just cannot extend as far as they did. And call that an overextension where I'm from.
I think they call that an overextension in everywhere. I think there's nothing specific to it.
Yeah, well, Bulldog, he's gonna try.
Oh, the Baron damage came in.
Yeah, this is a scary Baron.
The Hen's going on a long flank, but they are just gonna die. What?
That was an insane amount, and Gideon just dashes over the rocks and dies! Kingen as well, he's got a little bit of peel, but oh man, the Baron throw of all Baron throws. Kingen now on the run, I mean, they've got to be able to just go, okay, well, he's gonna get one kill, but still, they stop the Baron, they win the fight, and then it was Freecs' turn to win the fight.
He's a mastermind, he's a genius. And Kyoshik saw this one coming.
They're doing Baron, and the recalls did not come in fast enough. I say that though, Fisher in position. Gideon here as well. He can easily get over that wall. It's just gonna come down to a straight up flip, and it goes to Gideon. After all of that, they also killed the Rakan, but Gideon is down as well. And now it's all up to Jiwoo, who doesn't really have a front line anymore. Flashing on in his Bulldog, nearly gets his head taken off. But at the end of the day,
just keep running Jiwoo.
Even if Jiwoo does go down. Oh,
the recall. No, you can't get it.
He's gonna try. He's gonna try. Does he miss? No, he doesn't. And even as Vision in the brush afterwards.
As I said, Kyoshik saw it all. No, he didn't.
Well, Baron can use their Baron.
I'm interested to see if they fight it, or maybe they just don't fight it for some reason. I have no idea why. Oh, there we go.
Well, this time there's no turret. Your team is there, kind of. A little bit. You got a splash?
I think
that's good.
I'm not gonna lie. I think Nongshim wanted him to ult Kyoshik in at the end. He's gonna look for some poke angles. A big shock blast could go a long way here. That was not a big shock blast.
Yeah.
That was a regular shock blast.
And the big one also gonna miss. That's just a Cloud Drake to them. The Solar Flare goes wide. The Equalizer does a bit of damage, but no overcommittal here. As the Seismic Shock comes in goes Jiwoo already with a killer instinct, and both teams are like, please God, don't fight me.
Yep. Nongshim looking for that one. Difficult, still finding some struggles of engaging against his team that's Lear. And, you know, I was talking about fun. Slow but fun.
It just feels like both teams do not have control over the way this game is going.
It feels like both teams like, okay, we got to respect them. They're in control.
All right, well, they're trying to get on top of Fisher here. That's the value of the Zhonya's. There's the knock, a perfectly timed from Bulldog. And just like that, one step out of position. And Fisher is dead. Lahens has to flash.
Yep. Baron at 20. Fisher's TP, but he's going to be up long after it spawns. DNF still looking. A little bit of a whiff from the ult from Kyoshik, used onto the not Kai'Sa.
Trying to get some poke down. King gonna run forward into them to dodge the seismic shove, but might bait his team into a fight here. Looks like they want to have a fight the turn here on Tadudu, but he lives with the flash, and now everybody's just running away. I think that two presses his R, goes in, takes out two, but he's dead. And now with Berserker alive, they might consider going for this Baron, but this Baron does a lot of damage.
Oh, Lahens, don't die!
Let's
run!
Well, he's dead. Okay.
Definitely dead.
He's super dead.
Okay, well, that's Baron.
And Freecs have figured... Yeah, okay, here we go.
Let's kill the Baron.
They were thinking about it.
Okay, now King and TP's in. This was the mastermind play.
Okay, here comes King and Fisher.
I actually think they just died.
Yeah. This is what I was saying. I don't think you have enough tankiness with these two. They're being burnt to a crisp. Bulldog is just dead. The ult drives Kyoshik into him somehow. Fisher gonna die, but somehow Kingen not able to do enough damage, but the Baron is stopped.
Amount of time considering, and then Jiwoo tries to make the hero play here to back up his jungler, and gets two, which is kind of impressive.
Yeah, I mean, he still generating and farming that aura.
He is aura farming right now, that is sure. Not as much as Kyoshik is, though.
I do like how well he's sidestepped the seismic shoves.
That was pretty neat.
Especially because Bulldog has been so accurate, but the one guy, getting in there. There's the cleanse, pretty good against Leona, and the damage is done. Lahens is down, in goes Gideon, and immediately gets blown up, regretting that R press for sure. And the Baron's still available. The DN Freecs have taken a lot of damage. They're going to back up for now.
Was it a bait? The old sacrifice the jungle and support to make the enemy team do Baron? Maybe that's the strategy. Seems unlikely. Nongshim right now. I'm not sure. Am I at the point yet? Am I at the point do I hate Neferi?
Oh, there we go. In goes Bulldog, but Ju's got a lot of...
No way.
Okay, no, Ju also dashed over the rocks. No, you can't make this up. Ju is trying to get away. He's burning. Will he die? No, it looks like he will.
This season.
Yeah.
It has now lost that spot.
We're going to need an apology letter.
This, well, I mean, getting the cleanse from Berserker is nice, but the problem is he cleanses, so he doesn't die.
Sure.
Yeah, and we're all about vibes here at the LCK.
Yeah, not about numbers. Although, as I say that, let's take a look at the numbers here on the item value.
Head of sports.
Yeah. You can see the shock blast. It hit Kingen and Lahens. That's how much damage it does. It's not negligible. There have been so many like it, though.
No, the one that really stands out to me wasn't... People didn't think of it as broken, but it was popping off in the LPL and was terrible in the LCK Shyvana.
Oh.
Remember Peanut Shyvana games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, please.
Please no.
Please no. Yeah, they're getting their push off. That's the last second of the Baron.
Oh, Equalizer does a good amount of lock damage to the Locket Shield.
Yeah, I mean, Bulldog burnt down a little bit there. They didn't have Fissure, so...
Guys,
Eat it,
just, right? For the context, to really hammer home how big this next fight is going to be.
For this story, at least, I think absolutely.
100%. Gideon has that dog in him.
Piosic's kind of going in, but not really. Up here on the top side as well. In goes Lens, is getting charmed up. And the peel is there, but the Zonya's, Fissure in a lot of trouble. But Gideon and Bulldog also getting into it. The flash away from Bulldog, but the Equalizer's down, and it's massive. Few flashes into 4 people! And he's gonna get one, but he's got the TA, and he has the backup, more importantly. As now the follow-up comes in from the rest of Notion. There's the divide, and takes out the Fed Jace. Berserker on the run, too. And untargetable. Barely.
Pioshik's tail, the Elder Flip. This is where it ends. Noxie managed to clutch out the fight, managed to find the comeback.
Have to put on pressure. Baron comes up in 10 seconds, so they can force a fight, or DNF have to deal with Exodia.
Yeah. I think you just have to let them have it. And I think the thing is, the Elder's only for 1:20. If you push the waves out a little bit.
Look at top wave. I mean, they can just kind of...
No, I think just after a minute, Pioshik.
It's
after
hard,
a minute.
though, because teams that have Exodia, they're so fast with their push. Okay, the wall's going to help a lot.
Yeah.
It's going to take, like, what, 7 seconds off? A little bit less.
Again, just in the wave. If the inhib dies, 1 inhib is fine. 2 inhibs, that's where it becomes a bit more of a problem. If they lose the Nexus, it's really bad. That tends to be a game-losing moment.
There's also a lot of poke pressure from the side of DNF. They have Jace, who's actually really fed, and they have this fed Corki.
Okay, they're going to give up the mid-inhib. That's fine.
With full build. So if Notion ever overcommit, there's still a lot of damage they're going to take before the fight even happens.
20 seconds, mid-inhib down. They have to try and find a way to protect this top inhib, though. You don't want to give over both.
13 seconds.
Wait, Nongshim is trying to dive.
Yeah, oh, he lands a solo player and a Bulldog, the one guy who's not quite able to get out of it. He doesn't have flash, and he just burns down. And now with no Talia, they might just be able to push this one 5v4 even without Elder buff. They have the Baron buff here. They're going to push with the top wave. Dudu desperate to clear out these minions. And he's doing a decent job of it. Looks like the mid wave, though, is coming in. This tower on the top side is getting quite low. Kingen trying to do his best, but he's actually getting burst down by Dudu. And you can see they're so apprehensive to try to go for the end at this point in time, but they're just going to send it right now. They get Gio into the backline. He does have the Zonias, by the way, 6th item. And now they're just going to try to peel for him. Just auto the Nexus, but Gio has other thoughts in mind.
Damage from Kingen. I think this is a great Aatrox angle, honestly. The matchup in Anar, very playable. We've seen...
Yes, it is.
Okay. God.
Confirmed.
Yeah.
He's going to 3 Talon strike this grub.
Where are the Talons? I see 3 grubs. Well, 2 now. Oh, Gideon.
Gideon just got stunned, and now he's being chased down. Has to flash away. That's kind of awkward, and they're just kind of leaving him to die.
They're dead.
Yeah, they're just like, yeah, you're super dead, bro. Maybe Bulldog? No, he's
actually
gonna get away.
Bro was in the last series.
Oh, yeah,
always disappointed with them.
You know, checks out.
Okay, well, Nongshim are heavily invading this red buff. In life, I don't think you can contest it. You're not old jungle Rel.
Yeah. Gideon wants his
Yoshik
revenge.
Oh, Yoshik's going in.
Follow-up. And the thing is, they don't have Zeri, so they don't do anything. They just die.
Yes.
So that's the end of Fisher and his invade.
Okay, so... And Jiwoo played well last game, so...
Yeah, and the way that game 1 wins, if it gets chaotic, Zeri's going to love it. And so will Ezreal and Ari and Aatrox, but forget about that.
Get chaotic.
Forget about that for just a second.
Oh.
Nice hook there, actually, to deny the crash down, but Kingen on Mininar is getting so bullied here. Fisher also losing against Bulldog on the left side. They're not going to be able to challenge this Chemtech Drake, so that just goes over to DNF pretty freely.
Yep. Oh, Kingen. Essence Flux misses.
Yes.
But the Mystic Shot does connect.
He did not use his True Shot Barrage at that point.
We see Lahens approaching, looking for a potential dredge line, which is his Q ability.
It's not Anchor Toss?
No.
It could be though, right? Like, just imagine he's got an anchor, he throws it out.
Doesn't throw.
Look at this baiting. It's like he's like, stop moving.
Wait, you've just control ward. You know there's a ward.
Okay, well now he doesn't have his World Ender, so he's just dead. And that's a kill to guess who? Jiwoo!
You know what's messed up there?
What?
They didn't let Gideon get the hard steel stack.
That is kind of messed up.
Free
True Shot Barrage.
That's another one. Arcane Shift does fire a projectile.
Yeah.
Wait, is Essence Flux passive? Am I wrong?
No. That's a charm on the Galio, and also a Magnet Storm. I mean, Fisher's kind of just shaking it off, and then he's just going to ult on top of Lahens. This dive is going massively wrong. And again, Yoshik dives on a top dive, although this time they at least get the kill at the end of the day. Lahens also is just Nautilus, so he's in a bit of trouble. Nice dodges there. But can he dodge the charm? He's sticking around. He's got some reinforcements, and now the charm misses, so he's sticking around.
Trying to get the Zeri in there.
Yeah. Trying to bait this for as long as possible, and it's going to work out. Lahens, he's just so good at this. The Impale comes down, and that is the end of Bulldog eventually. They want to get the kill over. Nearly the Rock Steal goes over to Gideon.
Yeah, another kill for Zeri. Pretty huge. And this time, he got the hard steel stack.
I don't die. I don't die. I didn't hear the rest of that.
He was right.
Lahens is, I think, maybe one of the fastest speakers of any pro player. By the way, so when me and Wolf are trying, it's really hard. There's the crash down, and Life actually in a bit of trouble. This Zeri, not that bad. Doing a lot of damage. Gonna push them back. There's the charm, but Galio doesn't care about that.
Yeah, and it was just not finishing off the dragon. So one of the concerns would be, hey, they've been
It's doing well, except for Zeri. Obviously, these drafts are different, but it just feels like Notion are getting a lot of stuff kind of for free. This is an issue that DN Freecs have had for a while now, since the LCK Cup, where they just kind of give up a lot. I mean, now they're just getting a charge in the mid. It's going to be a mid-tier 1, and now maybe even a kill. The Impale going to hit 2, and the Zerial on top. They're very tanky, but still, it's a kill. It's traded back. The 2 supports are going to go down. Flash away here as Gideon in a lot of trouble, and he will be traded back. It's a couple over to Berserker. And so at least he's getting fed himself too.
Yeah, good answer back. Looking to pressure this tower here. The TP's coming in from Kingen. Doesn't get stopped by Dudu. Mega!
Oh boy, that is a lot of trouble here for Bulldog. He's going to take another turret shot, but they're killing the Mininar underneath the turret. As Berserker's like, nah, I'm just going to take this tier 1. Flash on in! Speak about aura farming, he's looking for the kill now.
Champions, and then like that.
Didn't Smolder like do the same thing?
No, I don't think Smolder did.
But then there was
had
the
a lot,
one
but not as
season
many.
that all the pentas were Smolder.
Yeah.
But yeah, Zeri, yeah, that's true. Because he kind of did a similar thing where he could never get away from her. So a lot of
I think what's crazy is like Zeri's playable now, but how ungodly she was once upon a time.
Yeah. Well, we're playing something now. We got TPs coming in. Fisher jumping away, but Lahens is just going to be the bait that, well, not the bait, just the sacrifice. Oh, the flash forward is beautiful from Dudu. And that's going to be a couple of kills just in the pocket. They were just kind of ran into each other in the river. And a weird fight begins right outside the Otacon.
Buff in and of itself isn't valuable. It's only valuable if you can transition it into something, right? Dragon's now down. Baron's not going to be up in time. So you have to get something off this. Right now they're looking at this top tier 2. They should be able to get this. Will they be able to get any more is the question.
So they're looking for life, actually. We do have Bulldog here as well, but the push kind of continuing in the top side. Yes, life will be withdrawn. So Jiu should be able to pick up 200 more gold. So there you go, he does get that. Now they already took the inner, so they can't really push this any further in the top lane. Yeah. I feel like for DNF, they're a team that obviously has a lot of talents. If they could just figure out how to play better around objectives and as a team, they would be so good.
Well, like this is like the copy pasta.
Yeah. But it's not. It's just those two things. It's not everything else.
Okay.
It's not mid-game, late game, early game, mid, macro, micro. Oh boy. Well, Pyosic's pretty deep, but he does have the Otacon buff still, so trying to make this into a fight in their favor. Now Lahens has to flash away. Kind of unfortunate for him. A lot of damage is being done to Gideon as well. He has to flash out of that one. In they go. Big extendo beam onto multiple, and DNF don't want to give away free
support, so can feel without like a enchanter, so can feel a little bit more fragile.
You would say that about Lahens.
Lahens is just they're looking.
Oh boy, just gonna face check the brush, and the impale is gigantic. But here comes the rest of the squad. Jiu, though, is totally protected and cannot get in on the Galio. I thought maybe with the Aatrox could find an angle, but it wasn't meant to be. They do only get one, and Pyosic gets away barely. Ooh. That's going to have to be flashed by Ezreal.
Played a dangerous game there. Yeah, I mean, the Freecs are ahead. Like, the Freecs win, you know? Yeah. Even a situation where, like, Berserker and Judo trade for Jiu, they might still win. Like, that is how much of the power in the fights is down to this Zeri, who not only has the most gold, but is a lot of that follow-through. Apparently.
Fisher's just top split pushing as Galio. He doesn't even have TP. He's about to get it.
Unless,
I mean,
he doesn't have flash.
Yeah, now Pyosik in a little bit of a weird spot. It's just going to come down to a flip because why not? It goes to Aatrox, as that is going to be a big impale and the stun into the wall, but Dudu does survive just barely. TP coming in from behind, but this Zeri is popping off. Lahens might go down. They do take him down, but look at this Zeri. Jiu going to get one. He's looking for more. He goes over the wall. Dudu in a lot of trouble, gets taken out. Life and Berserker so super low. He dodges the charm. He dodges everything. And the follow-up is looking to come in here. The Rush Stone thrown in his face, and Bulldog also has to flash. And those broken up team fights are always going the way of Jiu and Nongxin.
Just good to see a punish that.
Bit by bit. Yeah. Like one kill top, another kill. I think it was mid. It was just like just one kill by one. As now World Ender Dudu, he's just getting bullied on the bottom side. They just didn't have much vision in their own jungle. And eventually they'll just give the kill over. He is legendary on the Zeri in the Zeri composition.
Yeah. Starting to become a was already a major issue, getting more extreme now.
They're just, yeah, I think they're just life-stealing off of the Baron here a little bit, just a little bit. I mean, no reaction just yet. Okay, finally Nongxin are beginning to collapse. As the extended beat comes through, they know this is happening. And it might just come down to a flip. Pyosik sticking around. There's the ult, but the Galio's still in there. Fisher's just going to go golden, waiting for the right time to pull the trigger as the Megadar. Look at this timing here from King, and it just comes up. He only ults Pyosik back in. A nice ult from Life in that front line. Lahens is going to go down first, but the Zeri, again, is totally uncounted for. They do a bit of damage to him. Bulldog desperate to take him out, but it's not quite enough. Berserker, though, extremely healthy here on the left side. They do take out Bulldog. Berserker on the chase. It looks like King and Will have to sacrifice. It's now the front line, trying to chase him down. This Ezreal is very slippery, especially for these two champions. And Jiu, he's life-stealed up. Yeah, he's ready to go.
I mean, if they slow kill Berserker...
Yeah, they're just going to do the Baron, I guess.
I guess they can.
Yeah.
They can just body block with the Baron.
Oh, he got hit by that.
But he can't heal up. They can just use the Baron to block the Mystic shots.
Yeah. Berserk, I mean, at some point he's going to look to get this angle up top, but again, he doesn't have smite or anything, so he can only poke, and that's not going to be enough.
Yep, good moves
to Baron.
Good patience. Dragon is up. Bulldog's up in 20, but has TP. Dude, it's a scuttle. Just no one cares. Go set up for Dragon.
No, I must get this.
I mean, he would have got a stack. He would have been able to get out, but not quite able to find the angle. And now Nongxin will be able to start up this Dragon, and no real contest for that.
Yeah, it's double Mountain, and now Mountain
Commit over the wall with a Hex Flash, and then you'll have Flash to close the distance, and Jiu just dashed away. Doesn't have to burn his Summoner. Also has a mixed Scimitar now, by the way, so double cleanse effect, essentially. Well, I guess now Cleanse is on cooldown, but has that for the charm if it does come in. And now Bulldog with no ult. They're kind of just in defensive mode.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have the best wave clear either. I mean, Ezreal trying his best. Ari is okay. Nice charm here on a King in a bit of trouble. Has to flash. Look at that damage coming in. The Impale is onto life only. They do take him out, though, as Ziwu's just a raid boss right now. Going to take out the Xin Zhao. And just like that, everybody stays healthy. It's a bit, you know, it's a bit scary, but it's fine because they still have the Zeri, who was 12-0-3. They're going to take down this mid inhibitor, and they have the push in top and bot. Every lane pushing in now for Nongxin.
I just think it's so hard from this position. Jiwoo's playing it so defensively. He's about to have that summoner up available as well. He's sitting next to a wall, so if you push forward on him, as Berserker tries to, you can just dash over. The Baron minions doing their work. I feel like once again we have a game where DNF.
I think after game one, they really trusted you, and they said, okay, let's see how this goes.
Driving in the chaos. Jiwoo now level 18 as well, had already hit full build.
He's got a Knight's Vow too. Like, there's just not much going to be done to him. Fisher, fed in his own right, is just able to push and tank up by himself. Has a decent amount of damage in his items. Looking for the death cap next. Might as well at this point in the game, 36 minutes. As yeah, they'll get a hook onto anything. Fisher playing with fire a bit on the top side, but True Shot Barrage goes wide. He's still very tanky. He's able to get away. And they have not dealt with Jiwoo, and all of the inhibitors are now down.
Not a good spot to be in. Stark's picked up by Dudu. This is the time to fight. No second chances.
Yeah. You can see Nongxin, even without the Baron buff, they're just looking to push on in. Charm on a Gideon is not going to get the job done. Need to get a Charm on a Jew, get his cleanse, and then Life has to flash. He has to Q flash and, you know, ult on top of Jew. That's really the only way. As they're going to go in onto Lehens, actually. That is a very nice Magnet Storm, but it does not catch Jiwoo. And that is the main character of this story tonight. As Bulldog, he's going to have to get away. In goes Berserker, trying to take out Fisher. Going to get the Sonyas. As this is getting a wee bit dirty here in this base. Jiwoo. Again, they're trying to protect him, but the front line is being chipped away at. Down will go the Skarner. And Kingen about to get the Meganar, but this Ezreal also quite fed. As the house gonna hit, and that is enough damage to take him out.
Oh, Bulldog's about to have ult again. Does he? I don't think he's gonna look. He's still too healthy. But a backs against the... Yeah. Many a team have miscalculated how to siege the enemy Nexus towers.
Nongxin wouldn't be the first. They won't be the last. Mountain Drake goes to DNF.
Yeah, so pretty big to deny the soul. Baron.
This has been a game where we've really only talked about, you know, the Zeri composition, and yes, DNF have tools, but they're not really able to utilize them. Yet Berserker's just sitting at 7-1-5. Just had a good game outside of his team losing, obviously. As now looking to go. Oh! Koshik with the angle is going to get onto that backline too. He's actually alive though. They're not able to take him down. And now he's just kiting them. And there you go. The entire team able to tank it up, and they had the angle. They found the desperation miracle fight, but still they were not able to kill King Jiwoo.